Summertime brings fresh fruit and vegetables to our tables for a reasonable price. And on today's To Your Health, Catherine Hansen has more on a way to keep your fruit and veggies cost-effective and preserved to enjoy them all year round.
And now, To Your Health, brought to you by Evergreen Pharmacy and Heart Drug.
I think it's just really fun. I usually can with friends, so I think it's a way to kind of build camaraderie with the people around me, and I also think it's healthy.
Canning is quickly becoming a part of Alicia Thornhill's summer activities. Over the past 2 years, she has found she enjoys the taste of her homemade preserves through the winter months.
I love fresh fruit and vegetables, and around here they're a little hard to come by in the winter, so it's just a great way to preserve some of the flavors of summer throughout the winter and to know where your food comes from. So I like to get my food from local farmers if I can, or from the Okanagan, somewhere nearby in BC. And it gives me an opportunity to be able to process them in the way that I see best.
Canning has long been a mainstay of the North American diet. With a short growing season and a long winter, preserving has long been a necessity. Now it has become an eco-friendly and cost-effective way to enhance your diet. But there are a few health and safety tips to consider.
What's important to note is that you're using everything from a sterilized state. So that means your jar should be at the same temperature for canning, so for boiling, as before you even start. So you should be boiling your jars in hot water, as well as your lids and your screw band.
Always shop for thick canning jars that will withstand the heat of the boiling bath, and make sure the one-time usable lids have sealed properly.
They're made for a certain thickness so that they won't break when you're boiling them. As well, there's a two-piece lid. It's called the two-piece snap lid. There's the screwing band, and that's the sealing top. And what happens is this guy you can use again, and the jar you can use again. But this lid here you can never use again, because once it's sealed once, that's all it's good for.
As a rule, canned food should be eaten within a year. And once you've opened a can, it's important to refrigerate it. Plus, if you see any signs of mold, the entire contents should be thrown away.
There's no safety issues with it, but there is a quality issue. So, for example, there's spoilage organisms that even canning can't get rid of. So over time, usually after a year or so, is when usually spoilage organisms can still take place in a jar, even though you've sealed it properly and everything.
Depending on the acidity of the food, some canning needs to be pressure cooked. It's recommended to do a little research before canning in the home through recipe books or online. Or, like Alicia, get recipes from family and friends.
So my friend's mom taught me how to can pickles, so it was pretty easy. They're called no-fail pickles, and it was a great way to start and get my confidence up in canning.
To Your Health, Catherine Hansen, CKPG News.